read today's title, you probably have somewhat of an idea what this is about, for those of you who know what the Diva Cup is. So I purchased this thing called the Diva Cup, and basically what it is a menstruation cup. So yeah, fellas, this one ain't for you. And basically, so Diva Cup, and it's a cup instead of you using like tampons when you have your period. So I thought, what the hey, I've been hearing a lot about it, and I thought I would give it a try. So it came in this box, and to start off, so I did do some investigating because there is many brands out there that have menstruation cups, and by far Diva Cup, it's like the most well-known brand. And I would say it's probably like, you can find it in pretty much any drugstore. Well, I shouldn't say that. I did go to Rexall, I couldn't find it there, but it was in Shoppers. You can go to well.ca. It's available at Walmart. I found it on Amazon. You can find it pretty much anywhere. And so I investigated that and seen what people were saying. And the other part that you have to know is it comes in 2 sizes. So size 1 is like basically anyone under the age of 30, any woman under the age of 30 or who has not had children, you would be size 1. 30 and older and or have bared children, you need size 2. So because I am 36, I went with size 2. So basically you get the box and it runs, basically I looked around, it runs anywhere from $36.99 to I seen like $40.99. So they were relatively about the same everywhere, like straight across the board. It wasn't like one place was relatively that much better. So I just went to Shoppers and purchased mine so I could get my Shoppers Optimum points. And they also had the Diva Wash, Diva Cup Wash. This is botanically enriched cleanser for face, body, and the Diva Cup. So I forget, I think this was about $7.99, and I seen some places it was $8.99. I seen some places $9.99 for a 177 milliliter bottle. So I bought this just to wash my Diva Cup. I did not buy this to wash my face or anything. So it comes with, it's 100% plant-based, no parabens, sulfates, or petrochemicals, no animal testing or animal ingredients. So, and this you bought separate from this. So yeah, it's a little bit, you have to decide, in the long run, basically you figure out how much you're spending on tampons and all of that. And then you can weigh it up. So $40 probably within 30 months, probably within 3 months you've gotten your money back if you like it. So it claims you can wear up to 12 hours at a time, and like they say, feminine hygiene. It's clean and comfortable and convenient, proven to reliable protection, and it's 100% silicone, no latex dyes, rubber, plastic, or BPA. And obviously it's reusable, so it's like environmentally it's better, like you're not putting tampons in the wasteland. So you get it, and you get a little bag to store it in, but this is it. And I won't lie, I was a bit intimidated, like I was like, how am I gonna do this? So the first, when I got my period, we're gonna be grown-ups here because we are grown-ups. When I got my period, I didn't really read the instructions because I thought, why do you need instructions? So you just like, basically, I was like, went like that, and it was a little uncomfortable at first, I'll admit it. And then when it was, so they say you can wear it about 12 hours, it's safe to wear to bed. And the other thing it did claim in the instructions, when I read the instructions, is you basically get used to it. There's measuring things on the side. So, but they said you basically will be able to tell, like you'll get used to what your flow is all about and you'll know when to change it. Obviously the first couple days, if you're like me, mine's very heavy. So you would probably have to change it a lot more. So the first day, to be honest, it was uncomfortable and everything. And that's because I didn't really read how they recommended it. So I did that part, but I didn't do this part. And that so it's basically you're doing this and then it's like coming in a bit. And then the other part I read, it said when you were inserting it, to push it towards your spine and then in. And the other, from there too, because it's like this, it could stay sections. So you gotta make sure you leave this part out a little bit so that you can twist it around and sort of and that was frustrating for me a bit all week, because sometimes I got it imperfect and other times it was I was really had to try to play with it and pull it out a little bit and try to get it to unsuck. So I was that part was a bit awkward. And at first, the first day, this thing sort of drove me nuts, but then it once it sort of got in there and settled in, I didn't really notice it. But the first time I had to remove it, it was a bit of a panic attack because I couldn't really they say you should be able to get a hold of this. That did not work for me. I was getting a hold of it, but you're in such an awkward position. So they suggested you have to bear down a bit and then try to grab this thing and pull it out. So I almost had a panic attack and thought I was gonna have to call my husband and test our relationship to see how much he really loved me. I did not have to do that. I did not. So I did go in and read the instructions, and once I read the instructions on how to put it in and making sure it wasn't folding that, it also said don't panic if you can't get it out, because it will start to fill and it will start to drop over time if it gets filled up too much. So I was okay, but I did get it out. I think what made it worse is I did start to panic. But then I did try the first night to wear it in, but I all of a sudden got really bad cramps and I thought it was this thing. So I removed this and the cramps continued and they got actually worse throughout the next day. So then I ended up putting this in, and this wasn't really what affected it. And so this third time I put it in, it was a lot easier. And then I ended up sleeping with it in this second night, and I forgot it was in. So then I was oh my God, I have to remove that, empty it, because you do have to empty it every 12 hours. It is very interesting to see how much fluid actually leaves your body, I guess you would say. And there was one time it did leak a bit, and that's because the cup was full. Once I got used to the whole, because it is a new thing, once you get used to putting it in and removing it and emptying it, I found it was very easy to clean and everything. And there was a lot of because I always find the week that I have my period, the bathroom garbage can is getting very full, and didn't get it with this. Now, I was hoping, because I did order some reusable pads just because I wanted a little extra reassurance, but also sometimes just to have pads on hand. I did not get them yet, but I will let you guys know in the future when I get them, my thoughts on them. So it was to basically round it all out, I'm going to continue using this because by the time I did get used to it, it became a lot easier and a lot faster, and really you just put it in. And there was times where all of a sudden I was oh my gosh, I need to change my tampon, and then it was no you don't. So great product, good job Diva Cup. I'm shocked because this was something I always poo-pooed on, and I'm going to continue using this. And I just wanted to share one other product that I use for my lady parts. I seen this stuff in Shoppers, and I know you can get it on well.ca and everything, and it is Sweetspot Labs, and it's 90% 97% natural, and I have the I've had like every scent, and it's a gentle wash, pH balance, glycerin and sulfate free, and it's gynecologist tested and recommended, made by women for women, and it's natural. And this one's the coconut lime, but they've got 3 other scents, and they actually have whites too, and it's just like pH balance, and I love this. But don't just spoil your sweet spot. This treat is great for your entire beautiful body. So you can use it for your whole body. I don't. I just use it for my vagina. Yes, I have special soap for my vagina. So this is a great brand if you guys ever see it. I always pick it up when it's on sale because it is a bit pricey, but you need very little because, you know, I'm just using it on that spot. And yeah, so that's today's rundown, that I use the Diva Cup and I have special soap for my vagina. Have a happy day, everybody.